This is Donna with Rocket to Success, and I am just thrilled to be here with Danielle Baker today. She is a body language coach and expert and has already shared some amazing advice with us. She'll be speaking today at the Network of Executive Women event in Northwest Arkansas. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Absolutely. So I work as a certified body language trainer and coach in Portland, Oregon, and I represent the science of people. We're a human behavior research lab. So we do everything from body language to nonverbal to the science of napping. You name it, we have hacked it in some way. So I primarily work with women and entrepreneurs, helping to optimize their first impressions, how to use hand gestures purposefully. If you're pitching a product or an idea, nonverbal communication actually makes up 60% of our overall communication. So it's so powerful and often overlooked as professional people. So I help kind of channel that, optimize it, and help people master their presence from the inside out.
So are you looking at the body language and nonverbal from a presentation or even just in inner conversations?
Yeah, so it really runs the whole gamut. So it can start from, there's actually two systems of nonverbal. There's encoding, which is the signals that we are pushing out into the world, and then there's decoding, when you are observing signals of others. So you say you tell someone good news and they say, "Oh, that's great." That kind of thing, where they're not quite that happy for you. That's actually a decoding in process. So once you learn nonverbal, it's really like seeing the world in high definition. You can't ignore it. So everything from one-on-one conversations to small groups to meetings to asking your husband to take out the trash to big presentations from stage, it really all encompasses harnessing that power.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So we always love to share some tips with our group. And so if you could tell us one piece of advice on how you manage your time.
Yeah. So one thing that has worked really well for me is batching my tasks. So the brain actually takes, I believe it's 16 to 17 seconds to transition between a task. So you think even going to a different tab, or you look at Facebook or Instagram and then you go back to email, the brain is constantly working to switch between those. So to help my brain refocus, I batch my similar tasks together. So I'll do all my big picture strategic tasks all in a row, and then I'll do, say, 10 administrative tasks in a row. And it just helps when you're in that flow and in the zone of your work. It's nice to be able to stick with that one stream of consciousness, that one flow of thinking, and then move on to the next thing. So one productivity tool that I use is called Asana, and it manages all of my tasks. It's the greatest thing I've ever discovered. And you can batch projects in topics. So I can say, this is a people school task, or this is a speaking and coaching task, and then I can group them. It's all color-coded and beautiful. If you're a highly organized person, you will love it. So then I can move everything around and see, okay, I'm going to work on all of this at once.
Okay, and is it Asana?
Asana. So it's A-S-A-N-A. I think it's like a yoga type word, but it's fabulous. You can put due dates, you can set reminders, you can have recurring tasks. It's really, you will never forget to do anything again.
That's what we all need right there. Okay. And so one more question is, what is career risk-taking to you? Because this is an unusual field. And so share, what does that mean? And then maybe if you could share a career risk you've taken.
Absolutely. So to me, career risk-taking is challenging the status quo. It's asking questions. It's observing something that's always been done a certain way and saying, no, let's do it differently. And that can be something really, really small, like changing a system or making something more efficient, or it can be doing something really big and going outside of your comfort zone into a new career. So I actually have an accounting background.
So do I.
What? Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
And neither one of us are using it.
No. And it's funny because I'm working with people and I'll say accounting and I'm like, what? Because accounting can be the antithesis of people skills. So I sort of imagine myself destined to be at a desk for the rest of my life. And when I moved out to Portland, I thought, you know what? I'm making a really big move. I moved across the country from Florida. I might as well make a big move in my career. And so I sought out opportunities and experiences that fed my desire to work with people and also my entrepreneurship, creativity, and that mindset, almost like the right brain versus the left brain. And when you put yourself out there and meet people who are in the industry or in that area or zone that you want to work with, and you can connect with them on that way, then when you are ready to make a career jump or even join an extracurricular activity, you're that much closer because you built a network around it.
Wow. And it's obviously paid off very well.
Yes.
That's fabulous. All right, well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being with
Donna.
us. And feel free just to leave us any questions on the site. Bye.
Bye.